Let me pause then, Robert.
Huh?
Let me give you a choice. If I'm playing God, right? I don't know what you guys' spiritual beliefs is, but if I'm playing God,
Uh-huh.
and I give you the option to say, okay, genetic prowess or intellectual capacity, you have to choose. Which one would you
I would go
choose?
intellectual 100% of the time, just because you can learn to do well, whereas like athletically you only have like there's only a couple ways you can go. You go professional athlete. You do like certain things like, but intellectually you're gonna be able to do well in life no matter what if you're
Wait, so
smart.
you say genetic over
Intellectual.
intellectual? I do genetic.
Intellectual.
I would pick genetic just because I think that's a fixed thing. And the reason why is because you can always develop your intellectual. If you have the right framework, the right people around you.
I don't know.
Think
I've met
about
a
this.
lot of dumb people.
No, no, no.
I
Time
don't
out. Time
know if
out.
that's I don't
Time
know if
out. Time
that
out. Time
is
out.
them
He's,
not wanting to be smart or if they just can't be smart.
well, no. Time out. Let me tell you. So Kobe Bryant. I'll give you an example. Right. This guy. He's remember he's known for basketball, but let me tell you. You think he's passionate for languages?
Oh yeah, he
It,
knows
it,
what you knew like
No, but
three.
he's a
seven,
smart guy too.
five,
You
five, six,
like
seven.
he has both, right? I feel like he's one that has
But
like he's smart.
he developed that though. He had the right framework, the right mindset, the right culture to do that. I mean, you
So,
think
so
about this.
well, you're making conditions here. You're making
Yeah.
conditions.
That's true. That's what I'm saying though. In terms of depends on the
No, I'm
condition.
saying cut and dry. You had to choose. That you don't know. You're taking a risk if you had the framework or not.
Yeah.
If you have the basis of intellectual or like physicality of things, which one would you choose? And the
This is tough.
physicality is strong, like from a genetic piece.
Gotcha. I mean, this is tough though because I feel like genetic is a fixed thing, and it's like you have it or you don't. Intellectual, you can evolve it. That's the thing.
Not always, not like to
I
Robert's
feel
point. Like not everybody has the capacity to.
That's true.
you
The
can
capacity.
evolve it, but only to a certain extent. I feel like I couldn't get smarter than I don't know Elon
Okay.
Musk or something. I don't think I could get to that level, but
So
I could be very smart. I just can't. Like there's a certain limit to everything.
so I think everybody could be smart, but your journey is different because your timing would be different. I just feel like I don't feel anyone is stupid. I feel like you got to put the effort. Someone may have to put more effort than somebody else could, but you could always reach to that level. It's just that how many hours are you willing to sacrifice to put into that level, right? So it goes back down to like it's that if you want to be smart as Elon Musk, is that listen? Let me tell you, this guy works 100 hours a week. Do you work 100 hours a week? Do you put the effort to do that? He even said
No,
himself, he's not
but
rocket science.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But there's a certain limit to how much you can
Listen, I
get
agree.
to.
It comes natural for certain people. Let me tell you, there's no doubt in that. I feel like it comes natural for him.
So Wong, basically, what Wong is saying, he'd take the risk, understanding he.
He's like, I want to be a
Yes,
physical
yes,
phenom, and
for
then
sure.
if I like I hopefully I have the motivation to get smart.
Well,
Right?
the thing is that if I had the physical phenom, if I know for a fact I could become a pro player because now I made my money. I just spare time
But
to learn.
there's a lot of physical phenoms that don't get to that level because
That's
the
true.
like what is around them, like what they get bored into just doesn't
That's
give them
true.
that opportunity,
Yeah,
right? So I feel like
I
if
still
you're
risk it.
smart, you're going to have the ability to you have more options, right? Than
I,
just go to NBA, go to
sometimes you're
NFL.
too smart for your own good, though. You know that, right? That's the worst. That's
That's
the saying.
true. That's
That's the
true.
saying for that. You're too smart
There's
for your
some
own
guys
good.
that you can be like Sheldon Cooper and can't like live in life.
But I'm just saying because if you're too smart for your own good, your ego goes up. I think that ego it blindsides people left and right, and sometimes you may not be aware of that. Let me tell you from a personal experience, or at least my own ego, I did do a lot of self auditing for that, and it's hard to do that, and I feel like it took me a while to develop at having to kind of self audit that. So if you become, I feel like certain aspect of it, I feel like genetic is just so hard to obtain, and unless you get,
Possible.
it's impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody can go out and buy more height.
But exactly, dude. Let me tell you, if there was a market for that right now, I'll be in it. Let me tell you.
You've seen the Instagram apps, right? They have little
I know.
instant-
But then we'd have like a society of like 7 feet tall guys
Yeah.
and like 4 feet tall girls. Like it would
Okay,
be like that.
if someone can tell me that, hey, listen, if you inject this or something like that, whatever, and
We'll
you're,
do it.
I will consider it just because I said that if I could dunk,
What if it was experimental?
no, I would not do this experimental. Nothing experimental.
I'm gonna make something that's gonna be like, oh, if you inject this, Mike Wong is gonna take all of it, and he's gonna be my main customer.
Nah.
To
But in all seriousness, though, in all seriousness, me and Sammy, right? No, hang on. Let me tell you an example. Me and Sammy bought these Jump Soul shoes, right? You know what I'm talking about, Jonathan?
I told you to get them.
Yeah, you told me to get them. So I got them. Sammy got them, right? When
wait, is this the shoes that were on Seinfeld where he like,
What?
you know that guy on Seinfeld where they had the guy Jimmy who he was selling these shoes where he just like it was like training his calves or like his leg muscles so he could dunk.
So it helps you train your calves and your quads if you work on it or walk in it. You do certain exercise.
Did it?
Yeah. So for me, okay, so it did improve my vertical a little bit, but it improved more than my explosiveness. Actually, believe it or not, I feel like that improved my explosiveness more than my vertical.
Right out the blocks.
It's right out the blocks. Correct. Doing drills with them, things like that. Sammy got injured. I think like month 2 into it, so he stopped doing it. And so I kept doing it for like 6 months. Okay, and I'm like, okay, I saw a huge improvement on it, but my ankle was getting sore, so I took a 2-month break from that because what it does, it tends to put weight on the front of the foot, so that way it kind of helps you,
describe what he's never seen it describe.
Oh yeah, let me describe a little bit more. So here, let me actually show you a picture. It'll be better. So they're called Jump Soles, and I think they still sell them. Yeah, they're still making them. Yeah.
Jump Soles. Maybe I can Google them.
They're on Amazon, man. Let me show you the Amazon link here.
my vertical.
Oh yeah, these are just like the what I was. The first thing that comes up: review of Jump Soles and string shoes.
Yeah, I mean it's good to a certain. Obviously, there's certain limits to that. I feel like, but if you kept working on it and using it, I feel like that does improve your explosiveness. And I'm not trying to promote this, but anyway, the whole point of this was that
he's got stock in Jump Soles. That's what
I felt like I literally reached my limit with that, But this is going back to the whole bet with Josh. It's like, I was doing everything I could just to like improve my height. And so I know I still have them in my garage, man. I would love to just go back into it again.
You should get the little insoles for your shoes, man. They give you like 2 inches. Seriously. If I was 5'9", I'm getting them joints for every pair of shoe I own.
Going back like for a second, like I think like intellectual versus athleticism, I think motivation has to be one of those things, right? Like it all depends on what your motivation is.
That's true.
If you are motivated and you have either one of those, I think you're going to like you'll have like a higher probability of like getting into like a good situation. I just think that's a.
So it depends on. Man, I lost my train of thought. It depends on what society deems as the most desirable, right? So
okay,
think about that, right? So a lot of women, like if women is your embedded desire, a lot of women desire a taller man.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I would say that's true.
So men would be driven to increase their height or be or pride themselves in being taller. So it all depends on what it is, right? I think there's less women that are attracted to intellectual, right? Like they call them sapiosexuals, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Intellectual or mental capacity. So it depends on what the desires are, right? If you're or what the outside influences are, right? So if we are in today's society, I'd say that the motivation would be to be taller for most men.
That's true. I mean, I love tall girls. Let me tell you for sure. But not like 7 feet tall girls. I mean, I like girls my height or taller. I don't mind that.
So with heels on, you'll be okay if they're taller?
Yeah, of course. I'm okay with that because for me, I'm thinking about my future. If I can get married to this girl being taller, my kids will be taller. Hell yeah.
Kids are gonna be in the NBA. Yeah. It's all comes down to kids getting to the NBA. That's what it is. Honestly, that's a very good perceptive thing. I feel like when I'm thinking of this question, I'm never thinking of like what kind of girl I can get. It's always more how successful I will be in the end. So like when I'm thinking about success, it's like, oh, I could go into the NFL, NBA, or I can go be like a rich ass finance guy. Like, you know, like it's a
Well,
like
it's
a
not even that.
business guy.
I just feel like for me, okay, I do think about obviously the future a little bit more nowadays, but like I'm like, you know what? I don't want my kid to be 5 feet tall, you know, especially
Yeah, I wouldn't want my kid to be 5 feet tall either, but you know,
yeah, you know
like
what I mean? Like,
I'm doing all right, so I don't really feel like
no, I know. I'm
it's
not discouraging that at all. I mean, also at the same time,
So your whole thing is money, like the economical piece.
for
yeah,
me,
But
for
that's
no,
fine.
me.
oh, for you it is.
Yeah.
Oh, for you,
That's,
no problem.
and honestly, that's the level set, right? Because what you'll see, I'm sure you guys have seen, especially this guy, Warren being in Miami for so many years, or close to Miami, you'll see a bunch of super ugly dudes, undesirable,
Yeah,
with these beautiful women.
yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like,
How did this happen?
how does this happen? Well, he's got 2.3
Mhm.
disposable income.
Yeah, I mean, there is that part of the society. To be honest, though, at the same time, I feel like not necessarily the money has the driven factor. For me, it's not the money driven factor. For me, it's just okay. How can I make sure that at least I don't want my kid to go through what I went through for certain things. It's the same thing for you, John. You don't want your kid to go through the certain things you went through yourself, right? And so for me, I didn't hit my growth spurt to be honest until my senior year of high school. Like I went from 5'2" to 5'6" in 1 year, and then in my freshman year of college, I hit 5'9". You know, so it's kind of like, dude, listen, I was the shortest kid in every single thing, and so I don't know, it wasn't.
I have a question. Right? So, maybe this will go into the second topic, but so when I was in high school, I was in weightlifting, and my mom and my dad were like, "You shouldn't be doing this because it's gonna make you short. It's gonna like
Not your growth.
it stunts your growth." That's what they told me, and I was like, I don't think this. I don't know how
By the
like,
way, Jonathan,
how much science they know.